Okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to use a Vexilar for ice fishing. If you're thinking about getting one or getting into ice fishing, I really recommend getting one. You'll pretty much need one. You're not going to do very well ice fishing if you don't have some form of electronics or sonar. So this is the FLX 12. This is the only model I've ever used. They have like the FLX 20 and 30 different models, but this one does more than enough. It does enough for what you're going to need it to do. I've caught plenty of fish with this thing. I've landed trophy-sized fish on this thing, and I highly recommend this model. The case, you'll want to get a case for it. I think you have to buy it separate, but definitely get it. It's worth it. Now, when you turn it on, if you're fishing at 20 foot or less, put it on the 20 setting. That's 20 foot or less for your range. If you're fishing over 20 feet, you'll need to put it on the ×2. That's up to 40 feet deep. So you can see what depth you're at by the bottom, where the bottom hits here. That's 12 foot deep. So you know what depth you're at. If there's fish below you, they're going to appear as green lines. You're going to see green bars above the bottom. Those are fish. Suspended fish, there's some above me now. So there's my lure. I'm lifting. There's the suspended fish coming after my lure. But there's no bait on it. I didn't put bait on today because I was just coming out to film this video, so they're not going to bite. But you can see these fish coming after my lure. That's that bar I'm lifting and dropping right there. So a Vexilar will not show you structure, brush piles, or drop-offs. It's just to show you if there's fish beneath you, movement below you. Some people have live scope. I think live scope is pretty unnecessary. They're a fancy toy, and guys like fancy toys, so I mean, it'd be nice to have, but a Vexilar does more than enough for what you need for ice fishing. I land a ton of fish every year on this thing. So the gain setting, the deeper you're fishing, it's harder to see your lure. If you're fishing at 35 foot and your lure's on the bottom, it's going to be hard. It's not going to show up as well on here. Turn your gain setting up. If you're fishing at 30 foot deep, you're going to want to have your gain up around 3. If you're about 19 or 20 foot, around 20 foot, you'll want your gain turned up around 2. Now, most of the time, your gain's going to be on low. I usually have mine between 1 and 2, down on low. Most of the time, I'm fishing at about 15 to 20 foot deep. But see, as you can see here, I got fish coming up off the bottom, coming after my lure. If there's shad in the lake, they're going to show up. Shad are going to show up as a cloud of bars. It'll look like a cloud of fish comes through suspended. They won't be interested in your lure at all. They won't bite. They won't come look at it. That's how you know there's shad. If they're in the lake you're fishing. But that's pretty much all there is to using a Vexilar. It'll take you, use it 2 or 3 times and you'll start to get the hang of it. This is very useful tool. You basically need one if you're going to get into ice fishing. A live scope, like I said, I don't think it's really necessary. It's an expensive toy. In one day I caught 3 trophy-sized crappie on this thing. I've caught numerous other nice fish on this thing. Definitely worth the money. I think they're about $300 or more, but with all the fish you catch, it'll pay for itself. And that's pretty much it. That's how you use a Vexilar. Good luck. Like and subscribe if you like my video, and catch a big one for me. Iowa out.